Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing just a simple, quick planting project out by the road in my front yard. And then after that, I thought I'd do a quick little mini garden tour just to kind of see where everything's at the early stages of the planting season. All right, so here's our front porch. Everything's filling in really nicely. The bubble gums are starting to kind of take over. You can see they've grown a lot already. Our little lemon slice super bells are holding their own so far. We'll see how it goes. I really love this one in this container. It's looking really good. But I wanted to show you the plants I'm working with today, which are right here. This is Proven Winners Bermuda Beach. And you can see it, I wanted to show it next to the bubble gum because they are similar. This one is more of a coral color. And technically, I think to a lot of people, these clash. I actually like these two together. Throw in some sweet potato vine and I think it looks really pretty. But I couldn't find any more bubble gum. They were sold out everywhere. And I remember Bermuda Beach from last year was something that really caught my eye. And since there was a lot of the Bermuda Beach, I decided, you know what? We'll go with that out by the road since that's pretty far apart from the bubble gum and won't clash with our pots up front. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk on down to the area we're going to be working with. Okay, so this is our rock wall. That's what I call it anyway. And last year I planted up the bubblegum Supertunias at the base of kind of these large boulders. And I did run it for drip, which already ran today. So you can kind of see right in here. There we go. So there's emitters like this, kind of in these spots here. Look at that lamb's ear, by the way. I think I'm going to, I don't know if I'll do it today, but I'm going to go back and trim down these stalks. Our bees really love them. And they get these purpley little flowers. They're really pretty, but I actually like lamb's ear more for its foliage. The pretty silvery little ear-looking leaves. And this is getting really massive. It's kind of taking over the rock, but I'll just keep planting kind of at the base the Supertunias. You can see we have our daylilies. Some of them are blooming. We do have our mums from last fall. Some of them made it, some of them didn't. And of course, salvia. Let's see, we have some different ground covers. I can't remember what those are called. And then these guys here, which are about ready to be cut back. They were really pretty and bright when they were in full bloom. Probably ready to be done though. Let's see, here's one of the mums. And then this was really pretty when it was blooming all white. Let's see, we do have some daisies. A few of them didn't make it from last year, but these will bloom pretty in white. And so forth. So it'll be a nice, pretty little area. Okay, and then we had the idea of actually planting more flowers over here, kind of at the base of these rocks, and making just a small little hedge. Probably not here where this shrub is kind of, billowing over, but maybe making just a little swoop here and then another one right over there. So I'm going to start kind of experimenting, placing my Bermuda Beach Supertunias and just go from there. I think the coral color is going to be really pretty, a really nice pop of color. Oh, look how bright and happy those are. I actually got these yesterday and I could tell the garden center I got them from wasn't using the plant food that these typically really benefit from. The foliage was a little dull and already I swear I can tell that they've gotten better. I immediately got them home yesterday, gave them some plant food, and they're looking better. And also, typically Proven Winners don't need to be deadheaded, but these kind of look like they need it. I really noticed the spent blooms You can kind of see them there. But overall, I think when these really start growing in, it's going to be so pretty. Look how nice and bright. Anyway, as far as supplies go, I just have a little bit of extra soil so I can kind of amend that gravel area by the road. And then I have my little bulb auger, and I just use this to dig holes. I put it right here in my drill, attach it, and then that's basically it. Of course, I have my plant food that I'll use every third watering to keep these going. And of course, you know, sustenance. I have fresh cut up pineapple, which is one of my absolute favorite treats in the summer. I also have licorice mint iced tea, which is very refreshing on a nice warm day like this. I don't love filming my videos in front of people, and right now there is a work truck. My neighbors have like a yard crew cleaning up their yard. I'm just waiting for them to leave. Ugh, that's not them. Dang it. I just need to get out there. Just need to do it. Here we go. We're in the clear. Okay, I'm gonna head out and start placing my plants. Such a wuss. Okay, you can kind of see them over on the rock wall. They look so itty bitty right now, but of course Supertunias are going to fill in and really grow pretty rapidly. So that's kind of how this side looks, pretty similar to last year. Now this is the side that gives me a little bit of trouble. I have 5 right here, and I'm just trying to make like a little hedge. It doesn't have to line this whole thing. Looking at it this way, I kind of like the layout. Just 5 here and then the last 4 here. But once I got down here, I thought, you know, I should just continue on, which maybe I will. So I might go back and get more to kind of fill in here, but we don't really see this side. We live on a dead end. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I think I'm just going to go with this and then just see how they do. But already I love that kind of punchy coral color. It really brightens things up, and I think it's going to be a really good one.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glows, and guess you always seem to know. Hello, Mona. I push back the serious feeling, the end's unknown, to get back the life I used to know. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
Okay, got everything planted, watered in. I didn't film the watering. They're so hard to see right now since they're still so small, and the fact that I kind of watered them down, tried to wash off all the leaves. I'll probably stick in some footage from maybe tomorrow morning when the plants are a little more perked up like their normal selves. But everything's looking good. Again, this side on the rock wall is on drip line. I put it in last year, but this area down here started off very much like that side over there, which is new this year. So let's head over there. So it feels really barren over here, and it's always kind of weird to me to plant in gravel. I never know how it's going to go. I did kind of dig out, aug the holes, and then I put in a little bit of fresh potting soil just to kind of add some moisture to the gravel area. I did look up the Bermuda Beach Supertunia, and it's said to be a really good in-ground plant. So I think these should do pretty well. Now, I should say some of the areas on our property, like gravel areas like this, we both think they've been treated with some sort of like weed sterilant. So I'm curious how these are going to do. We'll see. These aren't currently hooked up to our drip system. I do have a system that runs all the way through here, but that's the one that gives me a lot of trouble. So I am going to have someone come out and take a look at that. And if I get it working properly, I'll just hook in to it and run a little tube, connect them, probably this group, and then I'll connect this group over here. But for now, I'm okay just hand watering and seeing how they do. I can already tell though, my husband's gonna come home and be like, what's happening here? It's hard to tell from this angle, but it kind of tapers off. It goes out of view and we don't really see that side, but knowing him, he loves flowers. He's the one who really pushed to have the flowers out front. He loved them last year and he kept saying, when are you going to do the front? So we'll see. I'm curious if he says I need to go grab more. It's not even super hot outside, but I feel like I worked up a really good sweat right there. One of my favorite snacks is fresh pineapple in the summer. My grandpa told me that when he was in the Navy and they were in the Caribbean, they would go out and there were these guys who would sell pineapples and they would buy them and they'd come out with machetes and cut up the pineapple and then they'd hold them by the stem and just eat them kind of like a popsicle. And so now that's like one of my bucket list items is to eat a macheted pineapple in the Caribbean. I love pineapple. Favorite fruit. So for our mini tour, we already kind of looked at the front. Everything's looking really pretty, and even my little weird situation here with the bubblegum Supertunia that I kind of had to force in. Still, look at it, it's doing well. Stilts. All right, and then as for our garden beds, remember my little cabbage that was struggling, that was from last summer that lived throughout the winter? I grew it from seed. It's looking really pretty. Onions, I do have a potato from last year that's come up, a basil, and I have a little tomato that's coming up. I actually have a bunch of those from that sun sugar cherry tomato plant. Beans are coming up. The ones on that side aren't, so I don't know, might have to plant more. Tomatoes are looking good. I think I actually should have a few. I saw some in there. I'll have to look, but I should have some tomatoes forming up. Okay, radishes. I pulled some of these for tacos last night. And then my corn, of course. I planted it a little too close together, but I'm actually really liking it. I'm hoping it kind of works as a shield against this business. Strawberries are doing really well. I keep finding birds pecking at my ripe strawberries, so I haven't gotten one yet. But I come out here and look at that. Look at, the birds are getting to them. It's making me mad. I might have to cover them. All right, the flowers my mom got me are looking beautiful, really pretty. Here I have some flowers I'm collecting. I still need to plant up my balcony. Aren't these fun? I'm using these as my thriller centerpiece. I've never grown those before. Okay, and then over here, I got this yesterday. My sister-in-law got this for me. She got one for me last year too for Mother's Day. She always gets her hands on these huge hanging baskets, and she got me Montana Grizzly colors because my son is going to Montana to play football in 2026. He'll be a senior in high school next year. But isn't that pretty? And I just put it in my old fire pit that I was going to take to the dump. I just need to take the little hookies off. Okay, and then on the back deck, everything is filling in very nicely. What were these? A week ago we planted this. It's just really pretty. Everything's filling in. I can tell they're going to be very nice, very voluptuous pots. Really pretty. See, I love having this little row of bubble gums sticking out below our little mini kitchen garden here. I think that's so fun when they start to kind of drape over. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really love planting flowers. We're getting close to the end of my annual planting. I do have to limit myself. It's just a fun time of year that I look forward to all fall, all winter, and I really enjoy. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.